y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let me fix the camera. Yes, y'all, welcome back. So in my last video, I was telling y'all how I was gonna come back on here and tell y'all about why I got fired from Walmart. So here we go. Why did I get fired from Walmart? Why? Me, doing me. Why? All right, y'all, so let's get into it. So, rewind. I recently got fired from Walmart in, what day was that? I honestly don't remember the day, but it was like towards maybe the middle of January, I believe. Something like that. But, so, I'm no longer with Walmart. If you didn't know, now you know. But let me get into why. So, I'm going to rewind back to a couple of weeks before I got fired and, like, explain to y'all, like, events that was kind of happening up until that point. Because I kind of seen it coming type shit, but I really didn't give a fuck because it was just becoming, like, a real toxic environment. But I'm going to get into all that. So, anywho, wine time. So, me working at Walmart, honestly, in my opinion, I was a great worker. Like, I was the type of worker where I would, like, always have my work area clean. I don't do that dirty shit. Like, I don't care who left it that way. If I'm going to be in that area, I'm going to clean it. And I was always greeting my customers, smiling. Like, I was real friendly and everything. Like, the fuck, I felt like I was one of their best employees. Like, I really was. Like, the customers fucking loved me. But one thing I always said about Walmart is, like, I didn't feel like they respected me, like, in what I did for the company. And they didn't. Because at the end of the day, they had employees that literally will not fucking clean their area, will be coming back way fucking late on their breaks. And it's like they just nitpick with me about everything. Like, I've been a target. Your bitch is always a target, literally, because I'm that bitch. Motherfuckers be hating on me on some real shit. I be feeling the energy on these hoes. But anywho, back into it. So, I just felt like I already kind of felt like they didn't appreciate me as a whole. I felt like certain managers didn't like me because of the fact that I'm not nobody's yes man. And if I feel some type of way, I'm going to say it. And I felt like a lot of times they used to try to little girl me. Like, I'm a grown ass woman, baby. You can't little girl me. Like, I don't care how much older you are. You're going to respect me if you want respect. And that's point blank motherfucking period. So, well, one time, like, little shit just kept happening. Like, little shit. And every time something little happened and we had, like, a conversation, they would want me to sign shit, like, to say, oh, you acknowledge that we had the conversation. But that shit was sneaky. And my mom been telling me, like, you better watch them because they getting too much shit on documents type shit. And you know that be around the time they trying to fire you type shit. So I did kind of notice that when little shit would happen, like, they was documenting, like, a lot of shit. Like, they had end up start doing shit like, basically they'll be watching us and doing, like, a survey type shit and then saying, oh, did they do this, did they do that? And it was just, like, small shit that I wouldn't do, and they'll come and say some shit to me about, like, weird shit. Like, for instance, she gonna say, one of the people that work there, but she gonna say, why do you have, you know you're not supposed to wear a crop top to work. Bitch, how do you even see my crop top through my vest? Like, bitch, you're watching me too hard. Like, if you work at Walmart, you know the vest, like, go all the way up. If I had one, I'll show y'all. I threw all them shits away. I had so many vests, like 3. But I threw them hoes away. But basically, the shit was just, like, where you couldn't even, like, notice it unless you was standing real hard to look in between my slits. And my shirt had kind of rise, and that's only the way she probably could have seen it looking through my slits of my vest or whatever the fuck. But so that she said something about that and she wrote it down. And then like we had this manager, his name Curtis. Oh my god, I cannot stand Curtis ass, y'all. And let me tell you why. Curtis is the type of manager, like, you know, them type of people who they feel like they take their authority, like advantage of it, basically. Like, oh, I'm in this position so I can do and say this. Bitch, not with me. But he was just like a real rude person, and I felt like he was just like too unprofessional for me. Like, if I was a manager, I wouldn't be acting like that. And he just acts like a real bitch, honestly. And he was a new manager there also, so I'm like, wow, like, y'all really him over me. Wow. And mind you, he was getting into it with multiple people. But anyways, back into Curtis. Me and Curtis, like, our relationship wasn't the best relationship because I was hearing hearsay that he was telling people he don't like me because he don't like people that don't like the work. He claimed he never say that, but as a manager, why would you admit to that? You said that because the girl that told me, she did not have no reason to lie about that shit. You said that shit, and y'all probably both was talking shit. Now I think about it, because bitch, don't come to me telling me what the next motherfucker said, bitch, because I know you was talking shit with their ass. And that's just the type of bitch I am. I don't like the hearsay. Don't come telling me. Somebody said some shit negative about me, don't come tell me, because I don't give a fuck and I don't want to know. So it was just little stuff happening between me and him to get up to the point of the, you know, the termination. I guess he started really feeling some type of way, whatever the fuck. So me and him had ended up having a meeting about that, and he was saying how he didn't say that or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you did say that or you felt that way about me, that's your opinion. That it's not my business how you feel about me, because quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. And that's point blank, period. So that happened or whatever. And then, what the fuck else happened with me and Curtis? It was so much shit, y'all. It's just like, he would always be saying shit to me about dumb shit. Like, I could be coming back from my break and they always swore like, oh, you taking this much time. Like, they would literally be clocking me. Like, at Walmart, we get 2 15 minutes and an hour lunch. And they start doing this thing where you have to do a 10 action code before you go on your break. But also, if you're walking through the store and a customer stops you, they expect you to help that customer. You can't just tell a customer like, oh, I'm on my break type shit. So that wasn't an option. So it's like, bitch, what you want? Like, give me a second to at least get back up here. Walmart is a big ass store. So it was just like nitpicking like that. Shit like that. So one day, this is the boiling point, y'all. This is the boiling point. So one day, I was supposed to get off at 10 o'clock p.m. Mind you, we get 2 15-minute breaks and an hour lunch. It's nearing 9:45 and I still have not had my last break. So usually when that happens, like, I'll just turn off my light, go to my last break, go home. That has never been an issue with no other manager, y'all, mind you. Never been an issue. So this particular day, it was like nearing 9:45. It was getting real slow. I'll say it was about 9:35 or 9:30. Was it when I went? Yeah, about 9:30. Miss Margie, one of my other coworkers, she asked me to go get her a price check on some meat, because if you work at Walmart, you know, like, if the meat don't have a barcode on it, you have to go to the meat department to get the price because they have to weigh it or whatever. So I went and did that, and then I was also walking, well, Lauren was walking with me, and me and her was having our own conversation while I was running to get the meat check for the customer. So after I got the meat check, I brought the meat back. Then it was at least 9:35. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and take my last break now, because we have a 9-minute grace period. So I could have got off at 9:51. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and take the 15 because it's real slow right now, and I might as well, you know? So I go in the back to take my 15-minute break, or what I thought was my 15-minute break. And Lauren came back there with me in the computer room because I was going to help her, you know, do her PTO time. So, because she didn't know how to do that. Because mind you, management don't explain shit to you. It's just, anyways. But, so I was helping her with that or whatever. So I was helping her with that. Sorry, I had got a text. So I was helping her with that or whatever. So then, when I walked back in the computer room, Curtis was right there. So, you know, when somebody don't want the manager to see them, so they kind of like duck off. So that's what Lauren did. So me, I'm not finna snitch on my bitch, or like, I don't do shit like that. So, he was like, what are y'all doing back here? And I was like, oh, I'm on my break. You know, my 15, because after I'm on my break, like, I don't have to explain nothing what I'm doing back here, you know? I'm on my break. I was just explaining to him, like, I'm on my break. And then he was like, who sent you? And I was like, myself. I'm finna go home at 10. I haven't took my last break yet, and I didn't know where you were. And I was like, but if you would like me to go back up there, like, I can. And he was like, yeah, because I was gonna sing you. I let that go. So I began to walk out the room and go up front like he told me to do. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. He did call my name, but I kind of just kept going where he already asked me to go, because it's like, you're already trying to make it seem like I'm still in time. So I didn't want to get into more of a confrontation. And he kind of annoyed me with that shit. Like, I was about to send you on break anyway, so go back up there. Like, that sounds so fucking stupid. Why? I'm back here now, so you might as well be like, okay, well, go ahead. You know, that's what a manager who don't have control issues would have said. But anywho, so I went back to the front. He comes up there. So he comes up there. Sorry, y'all, I had a little break. But anywho, he comes up there and he still has not sent me on my break. Like, he literally did not say nothing to me. Like, now you just being disrespectful. You're being funny. I don't like that. So I think I either called his name or I flashed my light. It was one of the two. And he comes over there and I was like, Curtis, can I go to my last break or can I take it tomorrow? And then he was like, why would you take it tomorrow? I said, why wouldn't I make up for me missing a break? He's talking about, just go to your break. Just go to your break. Mad. So I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, well, I really don't care. I take my break and I go home. Like, what? Mind you, did I even get the whole 15? I probably did. I think I did get the whole 15. It wasn't enough time. But anywho, so I wasn't even like holding it as a grudge, because I was like, at the end of the day, that's him and I don't care. Period. You could be negative, baby. It's not bothering me, baby. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to be around you. Period. And that's what I do. That's how I do it. But anywho, so after that, like maybe like a couple of days later. Well, yeah. Yeah, it had. Oh. Okay, now I see why. Yeah, I was thinking of something because I'm like, I thought I went out that night. And I did. So yeah, it was a couple of days later. Maybe like 2 or 3 days later. One day they asked me to work in electronics that day. So I was working in electronics or whatever. Then I took my last break. So I came back up there to let them know, like, I'm back from my break. I'm going to go back to electronics. But they had other plans for my ass. That's not the day I got fired, but they wanted us to have a meeting. So he was like, wait at customer service for me or whatever. So I'm waiting at customer service because he said he was going to come over there. And it's like he just running around doing everything but attending to me. And it's like I have to go back and work electronics. So I thought, so I'm like, can you kind of like, you know, talk to me? I mean, you just have me waiting and you're not saying how long or what for. So, but so I asked him, I was like, hey, Curtis, like, am I supposed to just stay there? Because and he told me, just give me a second. He said it all rude and stuff. So I'm like, let me count to 10. Because I had let that go too. Like, I'm letting a lot of stuff go with Mr. Curtis. But I had let that go. So I went back to customer service. I did my woosah so I can calm down. So then the other managers come. It was Tanya and I don't know the other girl name. I never knew her name, honestly. I think it's Renaya. Okay, Renaya. I do know her name, Renaya. So Renaya and Tanya and Curtis and me. So we was back there and he bring up what happened that day. So he told them, or in his statement, he said that I was not on the register when I was supposed to be. Like, he basically said I was still in time. He said that I was super disrespectful to him and that I was, he said I was disrespectful to him. He said that I was still in time. He said that when he asked, can he talk to me, that I was talking over him and demanding my break. Mind you, y'all, when he came back up to the front, he did not even come to me. And even when I asked for my break as soon as he got over there, because that's the reason I called you over there, was to ask for my break. You didn't say, oh, Shay, can we talk? And I said, oh, give me my break. No, I would not. I don't do stuff like that. I don't act like that. I act professional. Even when things upset me, I woosah and I hold it in. They can't take my facial expressions, because if I'm annoyed, my face is going to show it. I can't even lie. But I try my best to contain. Anything I say is in a professional way, or something that has something to do with something have a right to, like my break. You know what I'm saying? I don't say disrespectful things to them. Like, everything I say is professional. Like, when they rude to me, I may say something professionally sarcastic, but I don't just get like bizarre how they used to make it seem. Like, no, I don't act that way no more. So I don't know what he was talking about, but so I told them what happened that day, and my version was exactly what happened. It was nearing almost time for me to go home. I have not had my last 15-minute break. Curtis was nowhere to be found, so I took my break as I usually do. He asked what I told him basically that I was like, he came back up there. He still didn't say nothing to me. I asked my break, and then he told me to go to break. And I told them how he said it to me. And then he told them like he felt like I was trying to downplay the situation. I didn't give him a chance to talk or ask me. Sir, how can I not give you a chance to talk? If you have something to say, say it. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to talk to me, you could have came up to me and been like, hey, Shay, can I have a word with you? You didn't say nothing like that. You asked me, why would I take my break tomorrow? Like, you were so pressed on that. So my thing is, if you wanted to really have a conversation with me, you had an opportunity to say it, because you most likely said, you sure had a chance to say what you wanted to say when you was like, why would I take my break tomorrow? You sure had something to say about that, sweetie. So I'm like, what did you, bothered by? Like, what are you trying to get at? But anywho. So that happened, and then the manager was like, they can't say what happened because they weren't there. So they let me write in my statement. And basically after that, that happened. And yeah, after that happened, after the little meeting, everything was cool, because of course he got to act professional now because of everything that is going on. So he trying to, act like he just not the damn problem. But anywho, so then a couple of days go by again, like maybe even weeks go by after that. Or was it maybe 1 week? I think it was 1 week went by. And one day I was working at GM self-checkout, and I went to my break, and I came back, and he was like, are you just now coming back from your break? This is what Curtis said to me. I'm like, yes. And then he didn't say nothing. He was like, go back to GM self-checkout. So I go to GM self checkout, and who came over there? One of the managers, her name Rossi. She had came up there, and she was like that. Eve wanted to talk to me in the back, and Curtis was gonna watch my side. So I'm like, okay. So I get my stuff and I go in the back to talk to Miss Eve, the bitch who plays like she just also on your side, like she was just gonna come to Walmart, change shit. The bitch ain't changed a damn thing. The bitch just came in there lying, like giving false hope. But I'm gonna speak on that hoe after the fact and tell y'all. Well, no, I'm gonna talk about it now. The bitch has said, like, cause you know we work at a grocery store. We should always have cleaning, napkins, and hand sanitizer. That should be provided at every last single register. I should not have to search and never be able to find napkins and you got chicken juice and shit all on the fucking registers. I don't do that. I don't want to touch that, sweetie. So that should be given to your employees, and she agreed. So she said that she promised we was going to have all these things every day. That didn't happen. She promised that we were going to be getting our breaks on time. That didn't happen. She promised a lot of things that didn't happen. So the bitch was basically a bullshitter, a liar. That's what she is. But anywho, so I go talk to Eve, and basically I get in there, and so basically, y'all, I get in there or whatever. So I'm like, hello, because you know me, I'm always polite, always professional, because at the end of the day, that's who I am, and you know what I'm saying? But anywho, me and Eve, we in the office or whatever. So she asked me what happened on December 31st. I proceeded to tell her what happened, and she talking about, I know it wasn't at 9:45 because he called me soon as after it happened. See, y'all keying with the phone numbers and shit. I do not do. I don't kiss ass with these managers. I was not friends with these managers. Everything was strictly professional with me because that's how I do shit. So, of course, she was taking sides or whatever. But I was like, okay, 9:35. Mind you, we have a 9-minute grace period. So she basically, after all that, me and her talked about that. She was like, and what happened? I guess this is what happened. A customer fucking called corporate on me, and they brought that up in the thing, like, you know, basically trying to nitpick, oh, this one I'm firing you type shit, so they can have a, like, justified reason that really was some bullshit. But she was like, she asked me to clean my belt, and I refused to clean my belt. She asked me what happened with that, and this is what happened with that, y'all. One day, this customer, it was an older lady, she was in my line. I rung her up, literally rung her up, all her stuff. Then while she's paying, she was like, you need to clean that belt. And I was like, I know, I'm going to get to it. My line was so packed, y'all. I didn't have a second to stop and even do that, literally. But I told her, like, I would do it. And she talking about, well, give it to me and I do it. I was like, it's okay, ma'am. Like, I can do it. I don't need you to do my job. That's literally it. And she was like, it's not about doing your job. Girl, now you praise. Get out my line. Like, I could see if your stuff is finna be rung up and you like, can you spray that before you ring my stuff up? By all means necessary. Bitch, I'm ringing you out. You're at the check. So I need to get you out the way, clean it, and get to my next customer, sweetie. So what? So that happened or whatever. So basically she was like, you're terminated because you have horrible time management. And she was like, her thing is like stuff kept happening back to back. It didn't seem to be a change. And I told her, I've been a target. Because I was like, I've been felt like I was a target at Walmart. I've been felt like they was nitpicking. I've been felt like certain managers didn't like me because they was some hating ass bitches. And yeah. So basically, that's why I got fired from Walmart. yeah, so like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Boucher, BOUCHE ___, and the same for my Twitter. Peace.